everybody, this is Threshold Training's workout of the day for Wednesday, August 26th. So hope you had a fun day yesterday with all the power cleans. Today we're going to be squatting. So if you are in person or if you have the accessibility of equipment at home, every 2 minutes for 10 minutes we're going to do 3 back squats from the rack. Okay, no pause, no tempo, just 3 back squats going as far down in our range of motion as possible, all the way back up to standing. Your goal is to build to a heavy 3 today. So we're looking for a heavy stimulus for these back squats today. If you're at home, similar format, you just have slightly different movements. So instead of just giving you a big volume stimulus, since we're going to have a fair amount of squats in our conditioning portion for the day, we're going to switch it up on you a little bit. Every 2 minutes, you're going to do 5 per leg of a dumbbell split squat, and then 5 per arm of a dumbbell bird dog row. So let's go over this. For our back squats today, if you plan on doing those in class or at home, we're going to take it from the rack. We're going to make sure the bar is sitting on top of our shoulders. We have a little bit of shrug and pinch in our shoulder blades, so we have to create a shelf for the bar to rest on. From here, we're going to wrap our fingers up and over so we can pin the bar to our shoulders and secure it tightly. From there, and everyone will be a little bit different, you're going to take about a shoulder width stance. Okay, you can play around with turning your toes out, going a little wider, going a little narrower. Some people have different hip geometries that just allow for different shapes. So it's not necessarily a perfect kind of squat stance, but play around as you warm up and do warm-up sets with some squat stance variations. And then from here, what we're going to be looking for is when you break at the knees and the hips, it's not only happening simultaneously, but the chest follows. Okay? So what I mean by that is as the hips and knees break, the chest starts to dip and follows the hips in line here, versus the chest trying to stay as upright as possible and as extended as possible as you go down. Okay? So think about sitting your hips down first, and work them back as you lean your chest forward. What you're doing is leaning the weight over your feet. If you don't, you're going to be really far back in your heels or just really extended through the spine. Either of which is bad inherently. It's just that over time we just have a lot of stress in one area. Okay? So lean forward, open up the knees all the way below parallel, and drive right back up vertically. Stand tall, drive up into the bar by pressing down through your feet. For our split squat today, we're going to hold our load in the goblet position. We're going to have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and we're going to descend down, kiss the back floor with our knee, and come right back up. You'll notice that as I come up, my knees aren't straightening out. I'm just coming right back up from the start position, coming right back down, and then back up. And that's it. That's the full range of motion. After 5, you switch legs. Right? If you're having trouble kind of finding how wide to go, imagine you're doing a split jerk, and that's about the position you're going to start in to go down and back up. Okay, you can use that as a bit of reference. If you feel like you have trouble with your balance, make sure that your feet aren't crossing over each other like this. Think about split squatting on railroad tracks. So railroad tracks are about, this far apart or so. You don't have to be that wide, but we're not trying to walk the tightrope and be really, really narrow. Our bird dog row, it's helpful to elevate your body on a bench, side of a couch, or bed. You're going to have the dumbbell in one hand. Okay, opposite knee is going to be on, or same side knee is going to be on the bench. So if my dumbbell's in my right hand, right knee is going to be on the bench, left leg is going to be off like this, and you are going to resist rotation of the dumbbell as you row 5 per arm. The goal is not to go fast. The goal is to challenge your balance and stability, and so your ability to not fall over as you row. All right, so once we're done, all 5 sets there, we're going to get into our conditioning portion for the day. It's mainly focused on aerobic power. So every minute on the minute for 14 minutes. In the first 60-second window, you're gonna do 30 seconds of max rep wall balls. Remember that wall ball is a squat and then a throw of the ball to the target. Make sure you're at least an arm's width distance away from the wall and that you are wall balling with your hands underneath the southern half of the ball or the bottom of the ball. This will help keep your chest from falling forward as you catch the ball. If you're at home, we're going to use a dumbbell, a weighted bag or something similar in a goblet position, or you may do it in a front rack position. You are still going to squat and see how many squats you can get in 30 seconds. We'll take a rest for 30 seconds. Then we will hop on a bike, rower, or we will run a specific distance, or you can do shuttle sprints. So if you're outside, you can create kind of a 5 to 10 yard shuttle distance, point A to point B type of thing, and you can shuttle run laps for 30 seconds. That's also acceptable if at home you don't necessarily have a bike, rower, or something similar. This is also something if you'd like to do in class, you would do in class. 30 seconds max calorie bike in a row. Okay, you're going to kind of work at an 85 to 90% effort, so not maximal all out, but something sustainably hard. You should feel like you can repeat this if you came back to it the next round. So recognize this is going to be 7 total rounds, 7 to each movement. Again, your goal is to try to keep a consistent number of wall balls and a consistent number of calories as you go through this workout. So that's the workout for the day. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. We'll keep it that way for Wednesday, and then we'll cap off the week with some awesome workouts on Thursday and Friday. So enjoy the workout, everybody, and have a great Wednesday.